And we are joined by Houston coach Major Applewhite. Houston is 8-3 overall, 5-2 in the American Athletic Conference. The Cougars were in action against Tulane last Thursday. Houston won the game 48-17. Houston will be back in action this Friday. They'll be at Memphis for a noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time start. The game will be televised as a full national on ABC. Coach, thank you so much for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the win against Tulane, please. And what we'd like to see is you're back in action against Memphis Friday with the West Division title on the line on ABC.
Yeah, we're very pleased with the way our team performed Thursday night, grabbing a very important win. In terms of how the Western Division plays itself out. Very difficult opponent, Memphis, this week. Looking forward to the opportunity, and our guys are very excited about it, as is our staff, and ready to get to work on it.
We'll open up to questions for Coach Major Applewhite. Please, *1 on your telephone keypad will put you in the queue, and then the operator will introduce you.
And we'll go to Chris Vanini with The Athletic.
Hey, Major, what's your quarterback situation looking like this week with Derek's injury?
Yeah, with both Quentin Dormady and Clayton Tune are taking reps there. There's some other guys that we can snap the ball to, and still stay alive in our throw game. So just trying to work those things out between those three guys that play the position, Bryson Smith being one of them. But, just come up with a package that we can execute, move the ball with, and obviously still try to remain, not try, but still remain explosive.
And what was behind Clayton going in last week instead of Quentin, and how do you think he did?
Yeah, there's a lot of things, and this is one of those deals where I just want to keep the focus on Memphis, and there's a lot of, with the red shirting and ability to transfer and play another year, and Quentin have another year of eligibility. There's just some things that we're trying to do to make sure that can happen. And he's played in 2 games already, and now he has 2 games, maybe 3 games left. So he's in a position now where he can help us and play those 2 games and potentially miss a bowl game, but those are things that we're going to put in who we feel like gives us the best opportunity to win. Both of those guys are great quarterbacks and can do great things on the field. It's just at that point in time we felt like that's what we need to do offensively.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Moving on, we'll go to Don Wade with the Daily Memphian.
Yeah, Coach, how would losing your starting quarterback, how would you kind of gauge the emotional impact that has had on your team, number one, and number two, do you expect Oliver to play this coming week?
Yeah, I haven't really felt it from the team in terms of, oh no, what do we do? That's not the vibe I get at all from our team. The vibe I get from our guys is next man up. We've dealt with this before at other positions. We've won games without other key players on our lineup there. Certainly everybody on our team and coaching staff misses Derek and misses the opportunity to watch him compete because he's the best competitor, on our team, and he's a great leader, and he's fun to watch. From that standpoint, yeah, certainly everybody, hates to see that, but I'm very proud of our team and coaches and just the way we continue to try to find ways to win games regardless of what the odds are.
And Oliver's health status?
Yeah, he'll probably practice today. And he's done that for the last few weeks. We just have to continue to monitor it day to day. All right.
You take the next question, please.
And next we'll go to Dan Tortora with wakeupcalldt.com.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Just what you can say about this moment for Houston. Obviously, this game against Memphis is going to decide who goes to Spectrum Stadium in Orlando to face UCF in the championship game. You can't understate the importance of this game, but just how hard your team has fought to get to where they are right now.
Yeah, very pleased. Pleased isn't the right word. Proud, in a lot of ways, just a lot of respect for your players. You earn respect as a coach for your players to see how hard they fight and how hard they fought. Yes, we've had some losses this year, but the way they've continued to fight and put themselves in an opportunity to go play for a championship, and they're going to play for a Western Division championship and then a conference championship. So the way that they've worked and the way that they've prepared and overcome some odds throughout the season, some injuries and those type of things, that's huge, and that's something it has to be rewarded. If I don't say it, nobody else is going to say it. When you lose key players and you still find a way to put yourself in the hunt the last game of the season in November, you've done a great job as a football team. You have. Go ask, whoever they are, whatever teams they are, if they lost their best player, would they find themselves, or some of their best players, would they find themselves playing for a championship in late November? And most of the time the answer is not. And so for our group of players and coaches to do that, I'm very proud of them. Now, we still have a lot to do. We got a lot to get ready for. But at this moment, I'm proud of the way our guys fight and the way our guys have put themselves in a great opportunity.
And then with Eric King, obviously what he's been able to do, leading the FBS with 50 touchdowns responsible for this season, but not having him out there. Just what you could say about his leadership on the field, but his leadership off the field. And even though you're not going to have him under center, that you'll still have him with this team, and just the importance of having him however you can have him, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, our guys see all of our players all the time, and they see De'Eric's preparation, they see his competitiveness, his spirit, and it's something they've grown accustomed to, and they see it out there on the game field, and it builds confidence in them. I think they also saw a guy come in and play well to finish off a half and play well the second half and make plays and keep our offense going and keep it explosive and put some balls on some receivers and make some critical third down throws and extend some plays with their feet. And there's a lot of confidence and a lot of faith in Clayton and Quentin. And both of those guys have played college ball. Clayton has not started games, but he's played in games this year. And he's done well with the time he's been given. So I think our guys have ultimate confidence in him. Anytime you lose somebody as productive, you just look at the stats and they're ungodly. But you just look at the stats, yes, you're going to miss that production. But it's not so much about the production as it is just winning the game, finding a way to win the game. It doesn't have to be flashy. We just have to have one more point than they do on Friday afternoon. And, that's what all of us have to understand. It's all of our responsibilities. It's not on one man. But Clayton, I know, and Quentin will have themselves ready to go play.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck this week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
If you have any further questions for Coach Major Applewhite, please star 1 on your telephone keypad if so. Well, Coach,
all right, thank you.
Not only today, but all year long. Happy Thanksgiving to you and the
Cougars.
Yes, sir.